Welcome back to Stooge Stream. I am your host, the Stooge, and we are doing our new show, the New Japan Pro Wrestling Recap. We're starting at Honor Rising Night 2 from February 27th, 2017, and I'm going to hand it over to my co-host, the one and only Knockout Fiona.
Hey guys, it's the Knockout Fiona back with you for a whole new world of wrestling. We are a little bit late to the New Japan party. We are subscribed to New Japan World, the monthly subscription service. So this is how we watch this pay-per-view and many... Pay-per-view? No. Special night?
Yeah.
Event. There is so much content on New Japan World. It is crazy.
There's already another 2.5 hour show up by the time we finish watching this one. So the content is amazing. Now, this was a co-event hosted by Ring of Honor and New Japan in Japan. So it had stars from both promotions.
Yeah, it's a special crossover event, this one. Yeah.
It was very, very cool. Myself and G Banks watched a couple of matches from night one. But this is going to focus on night 2, the Monday night, I think they said it was on.
Yeah, Monday night. So the audience members, very civilized Japanese crowd. A lot of them are in their after-work business attire.
Yeah, it's very, very different, the audience watching it. It's very quiet compared to watching American pro wrestling where people are constantly screaming, yelling, saying things in the audience, chanting.
Holding up ridiculous signs. Yeah.
You don't get that. It's very different, but very enjoyable nonetheless. But let's have a look at the matches because there was some spectacular matches on offer with some great stars.
That sounds good, Stooge. We will do a rundown of the matches and then we'll sort of give our overall thoughts and impressions, I'd say.
Let's do it.
So a lot of these wrestlers are unknown to myself, and for our future shows, I'd like to do a little bit more research and deep diving into them. But for now, we're coming in quite blind, which is cool. Match number 1, opening event, we had Jado and Silas Young. Jado seemed to be an older Japanese wrestler, and Silas Young himself looked a little bit more of getting on the, not veteran side, but being around the traps a bit. He looked like he could have been in WCPW back in the day.
WCW, yeah.
WCW.
An older southern gentleman, let's say. He's a real man. That's his gimmick.
Yeah, real man. Well, Jado and Silas Young have the real man gimmick together. It must be a little group or something. No idea. We'll find out. They were versing David Finlay.
Which is Fit Finlay's son.
And an obvious up-and-comer or X Division style. Sorry, it's our love of TNA there. Everything will get referenced against TNA. Japanese New Japan favorite, Kushida. Now, this was a very, very fun match. Like, I enjoyed the dynamic that they had with one Japanese wrestler, one American wrestler or white wrestler, because Dave Finlay's not American. Let's face it,
but it was just an interesting mix and great, like... the styles blended so well. The one thing that I took away from it very quickly, though, was, damn, they hit hard in Japan.
Oh, yeah, we knew this, but wow. Yeah, it's overall, it's a very different style. It's real wrestling.
Yeah, they hit hard. It's fun to watch because it does add an element of realism to your quote-unquote American sports entertainment. In Japan, it's not sports entertainment. Like... yeah, kayfabe dropped a long time ago, but they still treat it like a real sport. Like, it's great.
Well, this match was, I feel, dominated by the Real Men team and their characters. They really went all out attacking the two younger performers. Finlay and Kushida, obviously, I don't know if they're setting up for anything. We have no idea. We'll have to find out.
We will. But that's not saying that Dave Finlay and Kushida didn't get in a great showing as well.
No, obviously Kushida is very fast and flippy, X Division style, and the Real Men, or Real Man's time 2, because they're both wearing shirts saying Real Man, are that older sort of hard-hitting style. But Silas Young, like, he's a strong, tough... intense character.
Yeah, and he can move. Like, for a dude his size, he's a big guy. Like, he's a tall, big dude. He can move.
One observation I'm going to go out on a limb and say about Japanese wrestling and New Japan, like, you can't phone it in. You've got to be a decent wrestler. Yeah. So anyway, this match, we saw Silas Young picked up the victory which wasn't surprising because it was sort of leading up through the whole match with his finisher, which is called Misery. I've got side slam, fireman's carry, face plant.
There you go. Okay, so
that
that's
make
kind of
sense?
what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting move, and it looked good, looked hard hitting, and it's a great way to like kind of finish that match because there's no way out of that. Like, it was a big dude slamming the crap out of you.
So next up after this, we had a massive match, a 10-man tag team match, which is not unusual for something we will see in New Japan, I suspect.
Yeah, so with Japanese wrestling and New Japan in particular, there are a lot of tag matches, and you can have, 5-on-5 tags, 4-on-4 tags, 3-on-3 tags. There's just a lot of tag matches because they have a lot of stables, and they've got a lot of people to get through as well. But it's also a good way of, filling in time, 2, showcasing a whole lot of people all at once, and 2, putting on like a little bit of a spectacle because you just have matches where it's kind of faster moving.
Yeah, exactly. All of the mixed group tag teams were better than I expected them to be. I think in other promotions, Western styles that we're more accustomed to, they would be a bit more farcical or not as well executed. But speaking of stables, Stooge, the one group in this match, I think the heels, were the Los Ignobrables de Japón. Which is Spanish, I take it.
Yeah,
for
so they're a pretend luchador.
Ignoble one. Ignoble. What does ignoble mean? Whatever. It means they're heelish.
Yeah, they're bad guys.
And so this team comprised of Bushi, Evil.
That's
Does that give it all your way? Bushi, Evil, Hiromu Takahashi, Sanada, and Tetsuya Naito.
Now, out of these people, I've heard of Naito in reading Power Slam, FSM,
Sorry,
other
I'll
magazines
western it up for you. Naito.
Yeah. But the person that we do actually know is Sanada, who had some time in TNA.
Yes, he was almost unrecognizable with his ridiculously black-grey manga hair that was about a foot high.
It looked like a blade on his head.
Yeah, full blade. But he's looking sharp, he's looking on point and nice and toned and fit. And he is amazing. I really want to see more of him. I loved him in his time in Japan, in TNA. I thought he was excellent.
And they were versing the team of Delirious,
the
Jusin Thunder Liger, Ryusuke. No, you say that.
Raisuke.
Yeah, she can kind of somewhat
my mum
pronounce
speaks Japanese.
Japanese. Taguchi, and Tiger Mask.
Tiger Mask and Dalton Castle, the most over person in the match, I'd say.
Yeah, so out of these people, the people that I actually already knew were Jusin Thunder Liger, Tiger Mask, of course, and Delirious. But this is a new Tiger Mask.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah, because there's been like 4 Tiger Masks. No, well, Jusin Thunder Liger's been around as long as Tiger Mask, and that's the same dude.
This like 10-man match, like as I said, this match really paced itself really well. You got to see a nice little offering from all of them. It only went for 10 minutes, but it felt really long. Like, I don't know.
It was really well paced, so a lot happened in a very short period of time. They kind of... The first match was a little bit slower. This one was a lot faster, but without you kind of noticing that they turned it up quite dramatically in as far as speed went. Everyone got something in. Everyone got a really cool showing. Some of these people have been around for, Jusin Thunder Liger has been around for 20-odd years, 30 years. And just seeing him perform at the level that he still performs at, you're like, how is that possible? It was really fun. I really enjoyed this. I thought this was just a really good showing of, here's a heel fraction, here's a whole bunch of the over faces, let's put them together and go for it. Delirious, who I've only seen, I think, maybe on one Ring of Honor show back in the day when we watched a little bit of Ring of Honor. He is really funny.
He is committed to his character.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. I really like that. Tiger Mask W, I think he is, it's Tiger Mask W now. He was great. I really enjoyed the bad guys as well, like how much effort they go to. When you're a heel and you're in that heel stable, like they've all got face paint, masks, and one dude, I think it was Evil, comes out dressed as a Grim Reaper with a scythe and everything. It was the effort they go to is fantastic. Like they look like cartoon characters. And then you have the face team, and they were all in light colors, and they even look like cartoon characters. It was great. Like, I really like this.
One observation from, again, another one from Japan, if I may, is maybe with the odd exception of the gaijin wrestlers, there's no man panties to be seen.
Yes.
It's all dedicated costumes, and they love the MMA shorts and
because
long pants. Yeah.
Again, they treat it as a real sport.
Yeah.
Like, if you were really going to go fight someone, you wouldn't wear panties. Like, you'd go and wear, actual shorts and stuff. So we're going to get some hate for that.
Yeah, the heels picked up the win in this match. Admittedly, I probably got a bit distracted watching it. I've got bad guys win.
Yeah.
I think maybe Sonata picked up the win.
Oh
God, a lot. So. Yeah, I think it was really good.
We watched this over 2 nights. Yeah. So I think Sonata did get the win.
And with dinner too, which is kind of hard. But it was a great showcase match.
It really
I want to learn more and see more of all these guys. So next up, we had a classic tag team match, in that being there was 2 on each side, no more. And this was War Machine, who are Hanson and Raymond Rowe. They were versing the Gorillas of Destiny, like guerrilla warfare, not hairy monkey ape creature, who are Tama Tonga and Tangaroa. I assume they're Tongan or some sort of islander.
I would say so. That's probably why they're not in WWE, because they're not Samoan. They're Tongan.
They didn't get
type of islander.
They didn't get as much fanfare. Tama and Tonga. But they were actually representing Bullet Club. Clearly, they're quite low down the ranks. Yeah.
Or maybe new inductees or something. We'll find out as we go.
Spoiler alert, they lost though. So are they going to get baseball battered, or I don't know what the ritual would be in the locker room in Bullet Club?
I don't know. We'll find out. What I really enjoyed about this match as well, for me, it was almost like a flashback. War Machine really, really do look like the Legion of Doom or the Road Warriors, depending on what era you want to remember them as. And the Gorillas of Destiny were like the Flying Samoans, but smaller. It was like watching the Flying Samoans versus the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
It was and the actual match itself wasn't over the top, or there wasn't any shenanigans. It was just a really, really good wrestling match.
Yeah, and the War Machine are big units of dudes. So it was a very hard-hitting match, as you would expect it to be. I felt the momentum was really good. It wasn't slow or boring in any parts. I wasn't bored in any of these matches, can I just say? Yeah,
it was good. Yeah. Now, War Machine took the win using a
really classic tag team move. Yeah,
which is raising a guy up high.
One dude holds him. I think he hit him in a fireman's carry. Yeah, total just leg drop off the top rope.
But it looks really good because they're 2 big guys. It looks quite powerful. Now, the night earlier, War Machine actually defeated the Young Bucks, also representing Bullet Club.
Oh, wow.
Which me and G Banks watched, and that was a spectacular match too. What I sort of took away from both of those matches is, even though War Machine are like these big 300-pound massive tank guys, they can keep up with the Young Bucks and move like, little dudes. And they're so talented. I was so impressed with the outing from War Machine. And not only that, I thought the Gorillas of Destiny looked fantastic as well. They didn't come off this match looking bad in any way. They came off looking like competitors as well. Yeah,
this was a real battle of a match. It was good. I think it's a good mix-up between... I think the card is really well put together, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if War Machine will now have bullets on... bullseye on their backs, because they've defeated
2 sets of tag
Bullet Club
teams.
We shall see. Speaking of Bullet Club, the next match, we had another group representing them. This was a 6-man tag team match. So the heels were made up of Bad Luck Fale, a big dude who trains in New Zealand. So he's a big Maori dude by the looks of it. Yeah.
Huge. Again, another huge unit of a human being. Yeah.
Hangman Page, can I say white dude? Looks like a bit of a southern good old boy American type. And Yujiro Takahashi.
Yeah, now Takahashi I've heard a little bit about in the past as well. Not a huge amount. I've only read about him. I've never seen him perform. So I was kind of excited to see what we were going to get out of him in this match. Now they were up against...
the faces of Hiroshi Tanahashi, not to be confused with Takahashi. Tanahashi. Jay Lethal from Ring of Honor and Juice Robinson, a surprise entrance there. He was recognizable from somewhere else.
He was. He looked a lot like CJ Parker.
Oh, that hippie dude at NXT for a while. Save the planet, CJ Parker. Yeah. Yes. Juice. I wonder if that means he lives on just juice.
I have no idea.
Save the planet, drink juice.
So it's always a great match when you get to see Jay Lethal. I mean, you know straight off the bat, if you see Jay Lethal's name in a match, you're going to see something awesome. And of course, there was absolutely no doubt in my mind, and this match delivered. There was some great high-flying spots, some big hits. Again, they hit so hard in Japan.
So hard. This match was quite fast again, I felt, and everyone got to showcase their moves pretty well. Like for these big group tag team matches, there really are very minimal like shenanigans and interruptions. Like there's just enough.
Yeah, it doesn't go over the top. It's not like it's kind of interesting because the style of wrestling is so very different. They treat it almost like a real sport. You know, you don't have the rest of Bullet Club at the ring interfering. Like, if we were back in WCW and the NWO, which is what Bullet Club is a direct rip-off of
course.
You would have seen like 50 other members of the NWO out there interfering in the match and causing shenanigans. You don't see that. It's still clean, which is quite interesting.
These guys are all a mix of size and styles. And again, like the Western guys coming into work in Japan, the ROH guys, like they all just blend really well. Like this was a great crossover.
It was. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
However, the heels here were victorious. Hangman Page got a big win over Jay Lethal, who looked like he was about to get the victory when he does his weird standing spring flip
Lethal
thing. Yeah, that's it. God, I should know this. But he gets shut down by 5A and takes a massive like clothesline for the pin from Hangman Page, which is a big win for him apparently.
Yeah, and kind of gives him a win over an ex-Ring of Honor champion, somebody who's a huge name in the industry as well, and gives him a little bit of a boost up the ladder, I'm sure. So we're going to see more from Hangman Page in future.
Again, we don't really know much about the dynamics of these people, if they tag elsewhere or if they're friends or frenemies, but we will research and find out more.
We'll find out more. So next up, we had a singles match, which is kind of strange, having been that every match prior to this hasn't been a singles match.
Yeah, this was a match for. This was it's the open weight championship.
It's the never open weight championship.
What does never open weight mean?
I don't know. Okay, but that's what's written on the belt.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So what? Anyone can go for it, and it's like a mid card. Yeah.
I think it's the equivalent of the Intercontinental title, basically.
So we had Hiroki Goto versus Punisher Martinez. Again, two big dudes.
Yeah, no, Punisher Martinez is massive. That dude's like a good 6'8" or something. Like, he is huge. He's just a tall guy.
He looks like a voodoo priest.
Yeah.
His whole get up.
Face paint.
Like, he should be on a tropical island in the Caribbean, like out of a James Bond movie.
So this was, again, a very different styled match. This was a little bit slower pace, being a one-on-one match for a championship title as well. There was a great slow build to this match. So it started off quite slow, but as it progressed and people were getting, Punisher Martinez and Goto were getting more and more desperate, the moves were getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And they were just hitting each other harder and harder and harder. I really enjoyed, the dynamic of watching. I'm going to guess... I'm going to throw this out there. The Punisher Martinez probably comes from somewhere in the Southern Americas with a name like Martinez. So maybe Mexican or from Portugal or something Puerto Rico or something. So his style's a little bit different to the Japanese style, but they blended again so great. And it just came off as a really interesting match. It told a story.
I really like when it's a championship match and they make you believe that they want it so badly. Like, they don't just phone it in. Yeah, they really go all out.
And unlike American wrestling, you don't have promo packages and all the rest of it. So these guys tell their stories in the ring.
Yes.
which is really cool. Like, it's very interesting and very different. And they told that story of the match in the ring.
It takes a little bit of getting used to because you're so accustomed to having things jammed down your throat and having the stories and backstories and, set up and all that stuff. But no, you just have to go along with the match and enjoy the pure wrestling hit.
Yeah.
So Goto picked up the win on Martinez to retain the championship. He went in as the champion. I actually didn't write down the move. There you go. I got too distracted by all this.
Watching it.
To go back. Yeah. So then next up, we had another singles match for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
And this was somebody I've been looking forward to seeing for quite some time. We've only seen a match or two of his in the past and was really impressed with the outings that we saw then. So getting to see Adam Cole, baby, again.
Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, his official screen title card for the Japanese audience is Adam Cole Bay, B-A-Y. I wonder if that's deliberate or if they've just spelt it out that way to make it easier.
Who knows? But
It's cute either way.
And he was versing Yoshi-Hashi.
Yoshi-Hashi.
This is another really great singles match that had a great build to it. Adam Cole is so stupidly over in Japan. He can just stand there and do his Adam Cole, baby, and everyone chants for him.
Baby! Well, considering Yoshi-Hashi's obviously a New Japan, favorite.
Yeah.
And if he'd won, oh, spoiler, then the Ring of Honor title would have come to New Japan. Yeah.
But as you know, Ring of Honor is not going to hand their title over to New Japan just yet. So Adam Cole did take the win, but it was a great jewel of a match that had some fantastic back and forth, big hits, some great moves. Just the actual, again, I keep saying this over and over, but the dynamic between them was fantastic. Adam Cole was wrestling in very much that independent American style. Yoshi-Hashi was wrestling in that hard-hitting New Japan style, and they blended it together to tell this great story in the ring in the very limited time that they had.
This was quite a long match for the card, actually. And it felt like there was near fall after near fall towards the end. You're like, surely this is it. How much more can they take? Yeah, again, excellent in-ring storytelling.
Yeah, and a great build-up as well. And at 16 minutes 28, I believe it is there. It was the longest singles match on the card, but it hit they were hitting each other so hard at one point. You're like, please just let this end.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Adam Cole did pick up the win, retaining his title, of course, with his last shot finisher. What was that again? I'm so bad with people's finishes.
I can't actually remember, but it was, I remember seeing it and going, wow, that was great. And so that was the last match we watched last night. And tonight we finally finished off the card.
Yes.
We saved the main event, which was another tag team match.
Yeah, an 8-man tag team match. Yeah.
This time around. Now, of course, this is going to be the big one with as many Ring of Honor and New Japan stars as possible. So we had representing Bullet Club, the Elite, Cody, Rhodes, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks.
AKA the Young Bucks. So what's the Elite? I'm confused.
So the Elite is a fraction within the fraction. So Bullet Club is the whole overall fraction, and the Elite are like the top of Bullet Club.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, they were versing Chaos, who was comprised of the Briscoes, Jay and Mark, Katsukicha, Okada, and the aerial assassin Will Ospreay.
So now, just listen to that lineup. Seriously, you've got the Young Bucks and Will Ospreay in a match, so you know you're going to see some cool flippy shit. You've got Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Briscoes. You know you're going to see some really cool, hard-hitting, chain wrestling. And Okada is somebody that I've heard of over the grapevines and in the rags and all the rest of it, but I've never seen. So I was super excited to see what this dude pulled out.
Yeah, obviously him and Kenny Omega have beef and have had some matches so far.
Have a feud happening, I believe.
Yeah.
No, I think they've actually never had a match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the big thing. Everyone wants to see them have a match.
Well, funny you should say that about the Young Bucks, though. I don't think they did that much flippy shit. The Young Bucks are very comical. I didn't realize they really amped up their comedy heel shenanigans with their DX homage.
Yeah.
The suck it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I really like I was expecting a lot more flippy stuff from them.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They wrestled.
Oh, don't worry, Will Ospreay busted out.
Yeah, and made up for everyone. Made up for everyone. The Spider-Man move. He just flips around and then lands in the perfect Spider-Man pose. It's like, dude.
Well, Ospreay did actually take quite a beating at one point, though, but, you know, he's Will Ospreay. Yeah. He survived. This match actually had quite much more comedy elements to it than the other matches so far, with even the 10-man tag team, for example.
It did.
Yeah.
The Elite really got into having fun.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah. There was a point where just off screen, and they just sort of turned to it at the last minute after the Young Bucks did something huge. There was Cody and Kenny Omega high-fiving each other.
Oh, cute, yeah. Cody seemed to be having the time of his life, might I say. And that momentum carried on because he picked up the win on Will Ospreay. We have, Oh, it's all right.
There was... Will Ospreay at one point was just doing these spectacular reversals. So one was like he reversed looked like it was about to be a side slam into like a DDT and another one into like something else, and just kept doing these things that you're like, how? I don't understand how his body's doing that. A human body shouldn't be able to bend itself that way, and about to get thrown over and lands on his feet. And like Will Ospreay is just amazing to watch in that ring. It's like watching a well scripted ballet. But it isn't scripted, and this ain't ballet because they're going to hit each other.
This ain't no ballet. This ain't no disco.
So I really, really enjoyed this.
Yeah,
the crowd was really behind this, but in their respectful way. Like, they cheered for everyone.
I love that. They literally do cheer for everyone. Young Bucks, they were like, yeah, it's adorable.
So as you said, Cody picked up the win over Will Ospreay with the Crossroads.
Massive Crossroads,
yeah. It was quite huge. And everyone else was getting held out of the ring, so it was believable. So, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega were holding everyone else out of the ring, the Briscoes and so forth. The actual match itself, again, it built up really well and had a great crescendo, which was Will Ospreay. Everyone else still got their stuff in and looked spectacular. The 6 boot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what that is.
Great comedy spot.
Go look it up. A 6 boot was awesome.
Yeah. It was good to see the Briscoes again. We don't watch Ring of Honor. It's a bit hard to watch it here, but I really like them. Like to see them elsewhere, but I don't imagine they'll be going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, they'll be in Ring of Honor and New Japan.
New Japan. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. We're going to keep watching.
Yeah.
We, again, really encourage any real wrestling fans out there, if you haven't gotten on board, and New Japan's been around forever, but now they've got this excellent streaming service. It's so accessible. It's pretty cheap.
They've got an English sign-up page, which makes it easier. But and the quality's fantastic.
Exactly. And, Japan is so cool. What a cool country, and it's so quirky. I love how the heels and faces come out from different locker rooms, and they have they ice the wrestlers after the matches. They run in and put ice on their necks. Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. And they have officials directing them how to exit the ring. It's just
where
so
to go
Japanese.
In and stuff. It's very, very
I think they know where to go, guys. It's cool, but
yeah, really enjoyed our first episode of New Japan, and we're going to be back with more real soon. I believe there's another event up which has got 2 Tiger Masks versus somebody.
Yeah.
2 Tiger Masks? I'm in.
Bring it on. All right, well, wrestling fans, it's a small world. Get on board.
And if you know anything about New Japan that we've missed out on, maybe some background and stuff, drop it in the comments below if you're a fan of New Japan or you've just started watching yourself. Like from what I understand, a lot of people have jumped on since Wrestle Kingdom, which is what we did. So
cool. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
let us know if you're subscribed in the comments below as well.
Excellent.
Join our New Japan Australian family.
Yeah, I need to find a new favorite. I'm going to find Sonata, I think, already straight off the bat.
Of course.
We'll see.
All right, and we'll be back with you next week, hopefully with some more New Japan, if not before that, because there is so much content to cover. I have been your co-host, the Stooge. Thank you so much for listening.
I'm the Knockout Fiona.
And don't forget, until next time, adventure, excitement, Stooge craves not these things.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.